believe. I think there's a reason that the Rays paid Ha-Seong Kim that amount of money. They want him to play, and they want him to play every day. And maybe that even means that Taylor Walls gets traded because you have
You are Locked On Rays, your daily Tampa Bay Rays podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome into Locked On Rays, your daily podcast covering everything Tampa Bay Rays. From game analysis to player interviews, we've got you covered with all the latest news and insights. My name is Kevin Weiss.
I'm Ulises Sambrano,
bringing you expert analysis and passionate discussions about our beloved Rays.
Whether you're a diehard fan who vividly remembers Longo's Game 162 just like us,
or you remember the early Double A days of Wade Boggs and Carl Crawford,
we're here to break down every play, every trade, and every milestone. In fact, this is our 7th season covering the Rays daily.
And the 2025 campaign is underway, so go ahead, grab your favorite Rays gear, settle in, and subscribe to our Locked On Rays YouTube channel and other podcast platforms. You can also find us on X and Instagram at Locked On Rays.
All right, Kevin, what do we got for today?
Well, today we have some fun questions to get to, baseball trivia and Name That War. And we also want to give a quick PSA to the audience out there, and that is this. We will not have any shows on Monday or Tuesday because Ulises has a very special business trip that may or may not involve Stu Sternberg.
That is correct. It may or may not. It may involve sightseeing and other adult activities.
Yeah, it's so important that Ulises will not be bringing his microphone. So it would literally take
yeah,
Stu Sternberg selling the team,
yes,
for us to have an episode on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah,
anything short of that, and we will probably not have a program.
Shout out to our buddy Brandon. This is a trip for him, so shout out to him. But
what about this? What else would it take? Is that the only thing that it would take for you to get off the couch, get out of the bar, get out of the club, get out of the museum, and record an episode? Or would something like, I don't know, some sort of major trade or major contract extension, or Stu Sternberg selling the team is the bar?
Stu selling a team is number one. Let's do a podium. Stu selling a team. A Rays player being signing a contract extension for over $50 million.
Okay.
And third, Wander Franco conclusion.
Follow up to that, because I don't think any of those things are going to happen by early next week. Do any of those three items happen by the time opening day 2026 rolls around, in your opinion?
Ooh, nice turnaround. No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Ulises, you have some other things that you want to bring up in the way of questions, prop bets, and so on. The way we've had to, because of Ulises' very important trip and me having some other responsibilities and duties to take care of, we are pre-recording this episode earlier on in the week. So bear with us on this. Maybe it will bring good luck, i.e. offense, to the Rays, because that's needed.
Yes.
We're starting to see that, depending on how the series shakes out with the Angels and how the rest of this homestand goes. Like we've said it previously, you have a key opportunity in front of you. You have a very long stretch and string of home games. Injuries aside, you should be able to rack up a healthy number of wins before you go back out on the road again.
Yes, you do. I know it can be tough. You definitely have the Red Sox and the Yankees coming in. The Braves are the Braves, no matter if they're 1-8 as we are recording this. But yeah, you're home. You have to take advantage of it, because that's the deal, man. You got to take advantage of it, because the schedule is only going to get harder. So yeah, we're doing a fun Friday episode. I've got a few questions here for you, Kev, that I want to get your gauge on. The first one, kind of like a prop bet, but it doesn't have to be a prop bet. But will Taylor Walls have more plate appearances in 2025 than Jake Mangum and Cam Misner combined? Before you answer that question, I will tell you, just as a fun thing, Taylor Walls has 4 plate appearances less than Mike Trout does in the playoffs, and he's got 2 more hits than Mike Trout in the playoffs. So there you go. Taylor Walls plus on the playoffs, not Mike Trout.
That just makes me feel bad for Mike Trout.
I know, dude.
Unfortunately, a future Hall of Famer who may or may not play with one team his entire career. And that actually, by the time his career ends, that might be the total amount of plate appearance or at-bats he has in the playoffs, because I don't see the Angels necessarily going anywhere anytime soon. They have a lot of work to do. So, I mean, the best thing for him is just count his millions, stay healthy, and rack up numbers for the Hall of Fame, because outside of a trade to a contender, he's probably not going to get a lot of October action anytime soon.
No, maybe the Dodgers get him in 2 years or something.
If the Dodgers get him in 2 years, I will stop watching baseball. That is how insane that situation would be. And they would find a way to defer his contract and his earnings. They will do some
accounting.
Yes, they will do some creative accounting, some stuff that is, definitely not kosher, in order to afford his contract, and then it's over with from there. The record, who is it? The Mariners that have the most wins in a regular season, or the Yankees?
Yep, 116.
Okay,
right? 116
or
119. Yeah.
If Mike Trout, all things being equal, is on the Dodgers, then that record is matched, probably by like 5-10 games.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's 116, not 119. 116.
Yeah. So there we go. As far as your question goes with Taylor Walls, A, I hope not, and B, no. I think with all the injuries that are matriculating, especially with the outfield, Jake Mangum and Cam Misner. So what you're saying, just so I have it correct here, you add up Mangum's plate appearances, you add up Misner's plate appearances, and that totals more than Taylor Walls.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, I think I will take the latter on that one, the 2 getting more than 1, because I would think sooner rather than later, Ha-Seong Kim will be ready and getting at bats. And
what happens then? And what happens then, Kev?
Well, I think Taylor Walls is just a utility player that, gets some late inning defensive relief. I think there's a reason that the Rays paid Ha-Seong Kim that amount of money. They want him to play, and they want him to play every day. And maybe that even means that Taylor Walls gets